The other day, I saw a Psychology Today article. And by the way, that's like, as a copywriter or marketer, that's the thing that I study. I don't know, as much as I study marketing, I want to learn more about how our minds work, how we work, how our thoughts, our feelings, emotions, all like how that works. And my degree was in psychology. And so it's been a lifelong study of mine. So I saw this article from Psychology Today about safety behaviors. And what's a safety behavior? What's a safety behavior? The article defined it as anything we do to cope with an imagined threat and reduce anxiety. So it's things we do to keep ourselves safe. So there's the obvious things around like health, right? But something like over planning. Over planning is a great example of what a lot of people do as a safety behavior so that they never have to actually take the action that they're planning. Or for marketers, advertisers, taking on too little risk. For entrepreneurs, taking on too little risk. Not doing those things that are risky because we want to keep ourselves safe. And so today I want to talk to you about what this means for you as a marketer, as an entrepreneur. We'll get into that in today's episode. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, engage with this episode in every way that you can so you get more content like this delivered to you on a daily basis if you follow me. Thank you.
These are the proven direct response marketing, copywriting, and entrepreneurship success strategies you can use today to write your own ticket and create the life you want. I am Roy Furr, and this is Breakthrough Marketing Secrets. Now, here's today's breakthrough.
All right, so as always, today's episode is sponsored by me, by BTMS Insiders. It's my training library. It's like Netflix for copywriting and marketing, so you pay one low monthly fee. You get access to everything. The link's in the description to check that out. So the safety behaviors article actually made me think of a piece of advice that I got secondhand, but it comes from Richard Koch, who wrote the 80-20 principle book, and who, it's world's leading expert on 80-20, right? On the Pareto principle. And he's generated a significant amount of money as an entrepreneur. He's getting close to $1 billion, the last that I heard. I don't know exactly at this point, but he's generated significant amount of money as an entrepreneur. And he says specifically regarding entrepreneurship that most people don't fail because they take too much risk, but because they take too little. Most people don't fail because they take too much risk, but because they take too little. So if you take on too little risk in your life, if you're so focused on safety behaviors that you're not taking action, you are much more likely to fail than if you're taking on too much risk. Now, we're going to talk about not taking stupid risks, right? Where you don't want to just take dumb, blind risks, but you probably would benefit from taking more risks than you are taking today. So for example, like one thing, investing in yourself, investing in training, investing in professional growth, it's always a risk to do something like invest in BTMS Insiders, the training library. It's a risk. But if you're not going to take that risk, like you're not going to grow, right? But maybe less selfishly, a lot of people struggle with like the risk of approaching a client. Their safety behavior is they don't approach a client because they're afraid they're going to get rejected. They're afraid that they're going to get turned down. They have a list of people that they want to get as clients, and they are not reaching out to them because they're afraid they're going to run through that list and then have nobody. Right? So the safety behavior is doing more to get ready for that, as opposed to actually going out there and just connecting with those people, having some conversations. Or this one, I'm guilty of this one recently, investing in paid advertising. It's so much easier to think, oh, I'm going to grow my business through social media or through content marketing, through SEO, whatever. And so don't invest in paid advertising. But when you can figure out how to get paid advertising to work, if you can identify like, this is how to find my ideal target market. And if I put this message in front of that target market, they're going to click through and they're going to buy, and I can do it reliably and at scale. Man, that's how you unlock the growth of a business. And so the safety behavior of not investing in paid advertising, when it gives way to paid advertising that works, there's a lot of scalability in that. Or testing new and different ideas. Okay, like being different as opposed to being the same as everybody else in your market. Yeah, if you're going to stand out, but that can be hugely beneficial in terms of the results that you generate. Or how about sharing your personality? Like having perspectives, having opinions about things. Now, a lot of people don't. Sometimes I don't, right? But honestly, like having a personality that you share actually is something that people resonate with, that they connect with. Or speaking up in a conversation, feeling like a lot of people will not speak up in a meeting, won't speak up in a conversation because they're afraid of rejection. And that is a way to actually just get rejected more. Yes, there's some surface level rejection that can happen around your idea, but if you don't take it personally, a lot of times that speaking up in a meeting will get you more respect, again, because you're sharing your personality, you're sharing your thoughts, you're sharing your feelings. And here's the thing, risk is attractive. Risk is attractive to people, to partners, and I'm not just talking about romantic partners, but to people who might partner with you on a project, to like a client, right? Taking a risk, standing up for yourself, standing out, being bold, that is attractive to the people who will help you achieve what you want in life. To customers, to clients, to people who would pay you money, standing out and being bold, being unique, like being there as opposed to not being there. The risk of being there and potentially getting rejected is attractive to the people who will accept you and become your customer, become your client. This might feel a little bit more metaphysical or woo-woo, but risk is attractive to money. And I think that that's a large part of what Richard Koch was saying, was that entrepreneurs that take risks, entrepreneurs that ask for investment capital, entrepreneurs that put offers into the market, entrepreneurs that create a business, entrepreneurs that put marketing out, like entrepreneurs that do all these things, money shows up because they are consistently doing that, because they're consistently taking risks. And not all of them are going to work. Yeah, not all of them are going to work. In fact, a lot of them won't, right? So this is not about taking dumb risks. It's about having a bias toward action and doing controlled tests. So the risks that don't work out, they don't hit you too hard. But the risks that do work out, you can lean into them, you can leverage them, you can double down on the things that worked, that felt risky when you started, but then pay off big because they did work. So it's this bias towards taking action and maybe having controlled tests of things that feel risky, so that a failure is not a gigantic failure. A failure is just like, oh, that didn't work, right? So that's what a controlled test will do. And I guess in regards to that, I want to tell you that you don't have to be perfect or never fail. You don't have to be like 100% at everything. You don't have to succeed every single time. In fact, you won't, and you shouldn't expect that you will. You will fail a lot. And if you take more risks, you'll fail more. Babe Ruth, famously the home run king, was also the strikeout king. He failed more swinging the bat trying to get a home run than anybody else who played baseball for a very long time after him. I don't know if the record still stands today, but a whole bunch of strikeouts, trying to swing big, trying to knock that ball over the fence. And he learned. He was learning. He was out there. And when he hit that home run, man, the crowd went wild. And so you don't have to be perfect or never fail to achieve the success that you want. You just have to like lean into the winners and pick yourself back up after the losers and just learn from those failures. And so much of this is about like going back to these safety behaviors. Are you guilty of some of those safety behaviors? It's about teaching yourself to embrace risk and failure, and saying like, okay, this is a safety behavior. I'm doing it because I don't want to fail, because I don't want to take a risk. But if I take that risk, there might be a positive outcome, and there is a way for me to control the negative outcome so it's not too big in my life. And when you do that once, twice, some things are going to happen. But if you do that over and over again, you're going to start to learn. You're going to teach yourself. You're going to teach your subconscious mind, especially because so much of these safety behaviors come out of our subconscious mind. You're going to teach your subconscious mind, especially, that, hey, you can handle it. You can do this. Like you got it. You can do it, right? I tried this thing. It didn't work, but then I figured out what to do. I learned a little bit and I tried something a little bit different, and that worked maybe a little bit better. So I tried something else and I tried something else, right? You can handle it. And you're going to grow as a result of taking these risks. You're going to learn, importantly, what not to do. I remember Joe Sugarman, like he often got on stage and he would talk about all the things. He talks about all the things that were failures in his life. All the marketing experiments that were like failures and just didn't work out. And I tried this and it didn't work. And I tried this and it didn't work. And I tried this and it didn't work. And yet he ended up creating some huge successes, blue blocker sunglasses being one of the biggest ones, because he learned what not to do. And then the things that work, he learned, and then he grew them and he grew them and he grew them and he grew them. And it worked out so well because he was constantly out there trying and evolving. And yeah, I have the same thing. Like I try things and they don't work, and I try things and they do work, and I do more of what works than I stop doing what doesn't work. And the more that you can embrace this risk and learn that safety behaviors are probably holding you back, and the more that you can teach your subconscious mind that like, okay, if I take action and I fail, it's not the end of the world. And if I take action and I succeed, like the rewards are awesome. The more powerful you become. You become aligned with what it takes to be successful. And if you do want to go deeper, remember the link to BTMS Insiders is it's in the description with this episode, and you might want to check out the Training Your Subconscious Success Mechanism training first, where you can go through my training on how to train your subconscious success mechanism so that you can stop doing the safety behaviors, so that you can do the positive behaviors that will transform your life in a positive way, and so that you can try to reduce the ways that your subconscious mind is holding you back from the success that you desire. That's my message for you today. I'm Roy Furr. This is Breakthrough Marketing Secrets. Hey, every single episode, even those that are focused on personal development like this one, is all about helping you grow your marketing genius one episode at a time. I hope you're feeling a little more like a marketing genius right now, and I'll catch you again in the next episode.
Thank you once again for tuning in to this daily episode of Breakthrough Marketing Secrets. Remember, check out the links with this episode for even more value. Now make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe, and engage in every way you can to keep this show going and growing and delivering daily value to you. I'll catch you soon for your next big breakthrough.